Hey guys, Mayflom here, and I want to show you I've got a little birdie stamped here. And what I've done on my bird is I've gone and I took a black pen and ever so slightly outlined the very edge because there were a couple spots on this design where there was a gap or a break, and if I want to scan and cut this design, it really works the very best if there is a closed edge on the outer design. So just take a black pen. You can see it's not going to, especially in a scribbly little bird like that, it's not going to mess us up. We're just going to go in here and scan him directly in. And while it scans, one thing tip I will give you, if you have an area like mine where you don't have, it's not a full, 12, 14 inches behind, you can just use your hand like you see me doing here and just kind of lift it up ever so slightly so that you don't get any problems, so it doesn't get caught up on anything. And it goes pretty quick, you can see. And yes, I'm using my finger. I would normally be using my stylus, but I just don't know what the heck I did with it. I always like to do that, just kind of close it in. The other thing we can do is go here and make, see how that is getting bigger and bigger. So if I want a bigger outline around my stamped image, I can get bigger. The thing for me is I don't really want it that big, simply because if I wanted it that big, I could hand cut it myself in less time. I'm trying to save myself time, which to save myself time, obviously I'm going to be doing this. Once I'm happy with it, and I can just push start, and it'll cut that right out for me. I love how quickly and easily that cuts out my little image. And I actually used a nice thick cardstock here, and I think I want to make this guy a bluebird. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to take an assortment of watercolors and water reactive mediums. And what I mean by water reactive mediums are just mediums that when wet, when something else, whether it's water or another color medium, but when they come in contact with each other, they're going to have a reaction. They're going to get together and blend and make beautiful, beautiful colors for us, as you can see here. Easy as can be. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole bird, because what I can do once I'm happy with the color, and I am sticking with the blues for right now just because I don't want to muddy up my image. I don't want to have, it's a little easier to work with if, say, I have if I'm going to do the beak and such, if the blues are already dry. So I'm just going to I have a little tissue right here. I'm just going to blot it with. A paper towel works great too. I just happen to have a little tissue right here. And I'm going to blot that first so I can see how that looks and see what I like and if I like it, if I don't like it, all of that kind of stuff. And then the next thing I will do is I can go in with either a paintbrush dipped in water or a actual water brush, and I can blend my colors a little further here if I want them a little more blended. The other thing, if you're using water, whether it's like I am in a water brush or just a brush that also has water in it, what you can do is kind of get a little more movement there, get a little more, if you want to make it look a little more detailed, like you want to have kind of a feathered little stroke little feathers on there, make some of it more vivid, some of it less vivid. It's really easy to work with. And once you are satisfied and that is dry, you can move on to the next color that you want to have on your image and let that dry, and then repeat finally with the brown branch for the bird.